bird with the word came to me. Sweetness of a honeycomb tree. Now I look what's taking over me. Couldn't fake it if I wanted to. I had to wake up just to make it do. I got my patience and I'm making do. I learned my lesson from the ancient rules. I choose to follow what the greatest do. A bird with the word came to me. The sweetness of a honeycomb tree. Now I look what's taking over me. Couldn't fake it if I wanted to. I had to wake up just to make it do. I got my patience and I'm making do. I learned my lesson from the ancient roots. I choose to follow what the greatest do. I'm rapping for the longest cycle. My uncle said to pay the coins. My sister used to sing to Whitney. My mama caught the gambling bug. We came up in a lonely castle. My papa was behind them bars. We never had to want for nothing. Said all we ever need is love. We sing the same things. We sing the same songs. We feel the same grief and bleed the same blood. You came up in the home beside me. I always had a friend to call. How could I make it here without you? I hope I leave before you're gone. A bird with the word came to me. Sweetness of a honeycomb tree. Now I look what's taking over me. Couldn't fake it if I wanted to. I had to wake up just to make it do. I got my patience and I'm making do. I learned my lesson from the ancient rules. I choose to follow what the greatest do. A bird with the word came to me. The sweetness of a honeycomb tree. Now I look what's taking over me. I couldn't fake it if I wanted to. I got my patience and I'm making do. I had to wake up just to make it do. I learned my lesson from the ancient rules. I choose to follow what the greatest do. best I can. Mama was a farmer, Papa was a goner.
All right. Was that
Sick.
Yeah. Is that fine?
good?
Do you think?
Yeah.
That was about, yeah. That was pretty good.
Everyone's looking at everyone else like,
I thought it sounded great.
was it good?
I thought it was great. Yeah. Yeah.
Was it good?
I was feeling it.
There was a lot of
Okay.
really good vibes.
Cool.
There was a lot of good energy, a lot of good grooves.
I just wanted to. Yeah.
Felt like there was a moment of
Divergence.
divergence. And then there was convergence, which is important.
Resolve.
Resolution
That's the beauty
is,
of the gym.
Resolution is nothing without tension.
Oh,
It's true. It's the necessary part.
teach us, Ian.
Teach us the way.
Tihane, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to be back here with y'all again.
Ian, Maestro. Welcome back to the U.S., Corey.
Yeah, it's kind of great to be back. Just kidding. It's good to be back home.
Every time you go to Japan, I fear you're not going to come back to us.
I was like, this is the one. I'm not coming back.
You effort.
Nah. Even the kids were like, we're gonna go home yet? Because they were here for like 3 weeks.
Oh,
so-
they wanted to come
Yeah.
back. Oh, good.
And I was like, doesn't stop asking. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go home eventually.
What about Mickey? Because she's from there.
I think, she was really comfortable. So I kind of felt bad. Like, yeah, maybe we didn't have enough time there. So
What?
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, maybe you plan a 2-monther.
I feel like you three should do an album together. That was hot.
That'd be amazing. I'm here for it.
Do a 6-track, 8-track.
6-track track.
Whatever
Oh,
works.
8-track. That's back in the day.
Yeah.
It's so cool hearing that song on these two instruments like that.
The
It's so cool that
recording,
you cover that song.
the recording
love
you
that
did, the
song.
guitar player with the Godan,
Yeah.
was he using like a?
A looper.
And a
like
bass?
A bass pedal thing.
Oh, okay.
He's crazy.
I was wondering, I was like, how is he?
Yeah,
He's
that
playing
that
all
go down
those
goes
lines.
like
Yeah.
it's
Boom,
the
boom.
13
Yeah.
pin to the multi-synth deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Because the bass sounded super
Legit.
full.
Yeah,
I was
it's
wondering.
so-
I was listening at first, like,
It's like, that's not
what's
real.
happening?
Yeah,
here?
you
And
should
I
wa-
looked
you
and
should
I was
watch
like,
his other
"That's
video."
One guy.
Yeah, he's Kenyan. He spends a lot of time in Brazil. He's in Brazil right now. But you should watch his other videos. Kato Change. He does like long loops that are just like for music geeks. It's
So
like
that's my excuse.
Mm.
It's Kenyan. I can't do it.
Yeah. For reference, if you guys search Tihane on YouTube, it'll pop up. You'll see
Yeah.
that.
yeah, it's a cool one.
Oh, that's
years ago.
okay.
Like,
What is it called?
What?
What is
Which
that?
one?
That type of.
I don't know, but I mean, like every
I don't know
downbeat,
either.
like 3,
Yeah.
4, 1 note.
I love it so much. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's everything is off actually. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Wow. Probably hold like two bars of that before.
I can barely make a
Falls
bar.
apart.
And then
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
and then
And then we didn't decide what comes next.
Yeah.
Actually.
I was trying to avoid that because I forgot what was.
There's the
Maybe I didn't forget.
There's the Badu tune. I hope you cut out all of our really, really long.
Oh, I love the awkward silence.
Why
I
do
love it
people
all.
love
Yeah.
that too? Like
Yeah.
just the long, just staring at each other like what?
Yeah, what?
Isn't that so
Yeah.
funny? Podcasts. I mean, some people make really like zippy tight podcasts, but I think like it's funny that humans just love other humans so much, but like from a distance. So we just want to like watch other people hanging out with no plan.
Yeah.
While we're just sitting from our bedroom.
Yeah,
Like with
I do. I mean, I'm working all day, so it's like, you know,
just all day
whatever.
long. People love it.
It's a different experience than like watching a movie where you expect
is.
your attention to be grabbed at every moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Humans,
It's casual.
We like each other in strange ways. We just want each other to just. I rewatched The Truman Show. Have you guys seen that movie in the longest time? It's just so good when you rewatch it because you see that like it's an entire world that's just wanting to watch one person's life, and then now with social media, it's like that's not that different.
A different perspective. You can watch the same movie now.
Yeah,
Get a totally different take.
yeah,
from
it's super interesting. It's a really interesting thing.
More real than ever.
It is.
So I totally forgot we were recording. I was like, the next song, and I'm like, and then Ian's like, I'm like, oh, that's right. Whoops.
Yeah, we got it.
Sorry.
Oh.
What is it? I didn't even get it.
So I mean, you can just cut that.
His,
I don't think it will cut in, right?
No.
I don't know those. See, I don't know those things.
Oh no, I mean that was my bad.
It was just
This is my first
Corey
time in
having a
this chair.
YouTube advertisement jump over it.
It's my
Yeah.
first time in this chair.
Really?
Is it?
You've been demoted.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, no, but I mean, like,
Oh. I mean,
What is going on? I
No
love
one's
it.
driving. We're in a
Yeah.
car that's just like it's just drifting.
it's an
I feel
imaginary.
like-
It's drifting, but it's going in a safe direction. It's like it's not a. We're not. It's in a. It's
Totally
in a
just
slippery,
drifting. I feel like okay. Let's start over. Hey guys, welcome.
Like Corey's
Welcome
reassurance,
to the
like we're gonna
All
be okay.
hosts tonight.
It's fine. We're just on this big piece of ice. You know, like ice skating. Just
drifting.
there's nothing. There's no shore. It's just a big. Just imagine the Atlantic Ocean just frozen. We have enough space to go everywhere.
Okay. All right. We're okay.
Alright. I totally
I have
forgot
a hard
that.
time imagining an ocean frozen. But okay.
So
We're fine.
Tihane.
Yeah. What's up? How you doing?
What are you doing over here?
I am here for a family reunion.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't been to my family reunion here in so long. I can't even remember how long it's been. But it's really fun. I grew up at family reunion, so I'm excited to be back. We camp on the beach and like do the whole thing.
Ooh.
Malikahana?
It's usually between Malai Kahana or Kekele.
Tell us more about your family.
My family. It's funny actually. Who was that guy downstairs that I met? Who was here?
Oh,
Bray.
Bray.
Yeah, he was like, "What's your family name?" Because he said he's from Hola, and I said my family. He was like, "Oh, big family." It's like my family is like we are so many people. My family name is Funoimwana, so we're just many people. Many of us had many, so the family is
Like half of Laie.
it literally, yeah. We're like from Kahuku to like Hola is like my family. Lots of artists, lots of athletes, very like just bossy, hilarious, wonderful Samoan people.
That sounds like it's gonna be a party.
It will, yeah. They're like a riot. A riot. It will be fun. I arrived and I was told that I needed to learn 4 dances to perform in like 3 days. Yeah, it'll be a lot of this, like just looking around. Like I went to a rehearsal last night, and there's a girl who's like half my age, and she's leading the rehearsals, and I'm just like standing behind her, trying to like learn all the movements from her. Just,
Oh, that's so cool. It's like you guys take it serious.
yeah. No, my family is very serious. Even that's why it was funny because he was like, "Oh yeah, your family's really talented, so like probably don't mess up those dances." I was like, "I know." That's all
It's gonna be like the Mary Monarch. You can't. Nope. You can't
It's
screw
like
up.
pressure, man. Like, no, it's not like that much pressure. But I'm a firstborn child. I feel like firstborn children like put that pressure on themselves. You want to like do it right for the family, you know? I don't know. Are any of you firstborns?
No.
Nope. I'm third.
Oh.
But my brother was. He was the one. He's
It's like that,
very
right?
athletic. He was
you
all-state
firstborn?
quarterback, and
You're sixth. That's far from first.
Wow.
You are laid back.
Dang,
You are,
I didn't know
you
that.
are a laid back person. you
You got
are
away with
6
everything.
levels more laid back than I.
That's when the parents are just too tired to
Yeah,
give a
exactly.
It's like Whatever.
You know what to. You got it.
Exactly. And when you're the first
That's
one,
why,
it's just
and
like
hence I'm a musician.
they let you. They're like, it's fine. Do what you want.
You had younger brothers and sisters?
I have my sister is 10 years younger than me, and my brother is 16 years younger. than
Oh,
me.
so you were like
I was an only child
parenting
until I
almost.
got the best. I will say it's the best of both worlds because you get like the childhood alone, but then you don't have to be alone because you also get to share your childhood with a sibling. So you get like the
That's the way
selfish
to
part
do
out
it.
of the way, and then you still get to be a sibling.
And then the parents get a babysitter.
Kind of also, yeah, did a lot of that.
Oh, that's
I
like
also
fun.
just love having like younger siblings. It's awesome. I'm biased though. My siblings are really great. I meet some other people's siblings and I'm like, I don't know.
Not that great.
Not, you know.
You hear that, Corey? That's how you got to do it. Batches. Second
Or-
batch coming.
No, it's not. It's not up to me though.
It's not the boss.
That's true.
My wife was like every time the topic was brought up, she's like, firm no, nope, never.
Oh yeah. She just tasted freedom.
Yeah.
Just got
Now
a
she's
little.
like, no, I'm working. I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? I was like, whatever. If you want to work, that's fine, but enjoy your freedom while
course.
it lasts.
What else you to do? Sit at home? Come on.
Yeah, relax.
Jeez.
You can only say that very ironically.
Yeah.
Before I take these instruments off the wall and smash them over you.
He's sincere though, and he's like, "What would I want to do? Not work."
Yep.
But after you spend 5 years at home raising kids, I could see that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting thing. I see a lot of my friends that are like married and have children go through. If I'm either closer with like if I knew the guy before, so he's like my friend, or vice versa, the woman is my friend. From both sides, the perspective is like it's difficult, I think, for a lot of men to understand why a woman would not want to work if she doesn't have to. But I think also if you imagine it, right? Like imagine for 5 years if you didn't have to work. But then also put that next to the statistic of like when men retire, usually their bodies start to like actually decline because if you don't have work or something that you're driving towards or something that you're improving at, like the rest of your body just declines. So even though it seems like it would just be fun to do nothing, like I think
Maybe for a little while. Maybe
yeah.
Not,
Oh, for sure. I
maybe
mean,
not for
sabbaticals, yeah. Because you're not doing anything right now. Waking up
Doing
at
nothing.
waking up at 3 a.m. to drink.
It's like,
To
how dare
make
you?
I know. It's like, what an insult. I'm obsessing over this book.
That's why I did it. It was like your comment.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm doing nothing. That's really funny.
It's true,
funny
though.
just
I mean,
because it's,
retirement to me sounds like hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the idea of retirement is more just like time freedom, like feeling like you just get to choose when and how you want to do stuff, but not like do no stuff. That's not. I think that was just a weird image we were all sold of like what's supposed to happen later.
Yeah.
Gotta have purpose. Gotta be needed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a strange concept to think that we have to have a life that you want to be retired from.
Yeah.
That in and of itself is the weird.
Of course, if
You
you're
know.
in your retirement, then you just pursue ukulele, or you know, it's like
What would you end up doing in your retirement? I'd probably end up like learning how to build ukuleles or something.
Build a what?
Build instruments.
My retirement?
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
He's like, I ain't never gonna retire, bro.
Um,
Gonna be
if
working
I
for
actually
this
did get to
corporation.
retire, I would just want to, probably fish.
That sounds like
You don't want to like write music or.
Nah.
Oh, I mean, by that time you probably.
Like if I'm
musician,
retired,
so.
right? I mean, like maybe. Well. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
this is because this
If I
is coming
wanted
from
to.
a man that was
Yeah.
like waking up at 3 a.m. and he has a 6-month-old child, like a 6-month-old child. So yeah, of course he'd be like, fish, just let me,
Yeah.
just
I
leave
just
me
want to
alone.
go. I just want to go
Just-
fishing.
Just
It could
let me
change.
fish, man.
It could change.
Just stare at nothing.
I just want to watch the ocean currents. Want to watch the current.
come on, take,
Eventually, you're gonna be like, nah,
take
this
a
is
U
boring.
on
Exactly.
Way.
Exactly. After
I
like
want to learn
the 6
the
months.
moon phases.
yeah.
I'm
Ancient
gonna get
wisdoms.
really in tune with The solar alignment.
Oh yeah, that actually sounds nice.
I agree. That does actually sound.
And how my circadian rhythm
Yes.
is influenced by the minor changes.
I guess
of
if you have that
Hawaiian
much time, you could.
daylight hour.
What's your retirement look like, Tihane?
Me? Oh, I don't think. I will say that the thing that feels the most like retirement for me is just that I will be living like deep in nature. Probably I feel like the more that my life progresses, the further away from like human civilization I'll be.
Nice.
You know, like
I
just
feel the
like
same thing. And I feel it now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm around all these people.
Oh.
I don't want to be around
yeah,
these people.
yeah.
Oh,
What song are we gonna play?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Thanks, Tihane. Steer us.
What was that one?
I think it's this one, right? Wait, was it?
Yeah.
Or was it the last of the?
I'm just a passenger in this drifting iceberg car.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I'm not the driver.
I don't think any of us are. We're all.
It's okay.
Well,
Corey reassured me it's gonna be okay.
It's a car that's just with seats. There's no steering wheel or anything in it. Not this one, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Oh my, I'm feeling fine. My money's gone. I'm all alone. Do 1, 2, 3. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day! What a day! What a day! Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. If your knowledge were your wealth, then it would be well earned. If we were made in His image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but if He was just the same. Oh, on and on and on and on. My cipher keeps moving like a rolling stone. On and on and on and on. All night till the break of dawn. On and on and on and on. My cipher keeps moving like a rolling stone. On and on and on and on. I was born underwater with $3 and 6 dimes. Yeah, you may laugh, 'cause you did not do your man. Do 1, 2, 3. Y'all feel that? Do 1, 2, 3. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day! What a day! What a day! The man who knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. Does it seem colder in your summertime and hotter in your fall? If we were made in His image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but if He was just the same. Oh, on and on and on and on. My cipher keeps moving. cipher keeps moving like a rolling stone. On and on and on and on. I'm feeling kinda hungry, 'cause my high is coming down. Don't feed me yours, 'cause your food does not endure. I think I need a cup of tea. The world keeps burning. Oh, what a day. What a day, what a day. You're rushing to destruction, 'cause you don't have nothing left. The mothership can't save you, so your ass is gon' get left. If we were made in his image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. Oh, on and on and on and on. My cipher keeps moving like a rolling stone. On and on and on and on. You can't mess with me, so just leave me alone. On and on and on and on and on. All night till the break of dawn. On and on and on and on. God damn it, I'ma sing my song. Hey, that last chord though. Sweets. Sweets.
Hey Corey, can you teach those a couple of chords that you're doing? And, maybe
Ian, what
some
is this chord?
variations.
E minor, B minor.
Yeah, so it's E minor, which is ring finger, 4th fret, 3rd string, middle finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret.
All right.
So it's really E minor, B minor, back and forth.
What are some of the variations that you'll do around that?
Chord I don't know the name of.
Exactly.
And then what would that be? Like if you flatted that from the B minor.
That's a B minor 9.
B minor 9. And then what is that? E minor.
It's an E minor 7.
E minor 7.
These are always all my favorite chords.
So E minor 7.
Minor 7 chords are great.
Minor 7 chords are just so good.
What's better, minor 7s or minor 9s?
Minor 7s are more flexible. Minor 9s have more implication. So depending on the context, a minor 9 might be more colorful, but a minor 7 will be more flexible.
What do you mean by flexible?
Meaning other things will work against it easier. It plays easier with others.
Yeah, I feel like minor 7s can get really close to being dissonant, but still sound nice.
Yeah.
You know, you can play something that's like almost wrong,
Yep.
but it just sounds nice and
it
moody.
works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I love them, yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of tension built within them.
Yeah.
Minor 7 chords with the added 9 actually. So,
Yes.
What chord is that?
so that's a D9.
It's a D9, yeah.
Yeah, a D minor 9.
D minor 9, you can't just use that anywhere, right? It would probably be better to use a regular D minor 7?
Or
I feel like it's interchangeable, huh?
No, though.
depending.
Yeah.
It really depends.
Yeah, see
Yeah,
how it has
there you
that
go.
slight, like...
That twang.
Yeah, the
that one.
twang can clash with other... That's why I love, because I love
Yeah.
that, like just
if
very
your melody note is
jazzy.
like... Right, not bad.
Yeah.
That's right,
But
yeah.
if you're going...
Yeah. But when it works, but when it doesn't. It's like when you listen to like Portuguese
Like-
music and it's so nice, but when other people try to play it, you're like, don't do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Maybe not.
Maybe not for you.
not right now. Or like a blues musician
Yeah.
trying to sit in on a jazz set or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Right? And everybody's like, then the blues guy comes in and is like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, very
like,
different.
okay, cool. You have your own. You clearly have your own dialect. But yeah, anyways,
Yeah, it's like no dominant sevens here. Only sometimes.
well, oh god,
And many analogies for like life and humans here and all of these different like musical styles.
You're at a dominant 7 right now. I need you to bring it
I need you to bring it down.
Major 7.
music is crazy. Yeah, what a wonderful language.
It really is, yeah.
It's just but well, it's just like with anyone or anything. Like, I mean, to be able to speak multiple languages and
Yes.
to have that authenticity
Yeah.
in language. It's like it you know, like hearing somebody play bad jazz or bad like any bad whatever. It's like hearing somebody speak with a bad pigeon accent. You're like, just stop. Stop it. Just stop. Please just stop. Just hold the kind. Bruh. We
brother.
We go cruise, bruh.
Oh, brother.
I mean, no, God, like
Is it-
my heart is there. Like,
What is it
I
when
know you
people
want-
have? Is it people like making it up, like they're trying to, or is it like when
well, and
really
it
bad?
probably goes anywhere that you live, right? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pigeon. But it's just like people's like.
They want to kind of
They,
Emphasize.
they want to
Like,
be,
oh,
and
they
they
wanna
want to be
fit
a
in.
part.
Right.
They want to be.
Yeah.
They want to be a part. They want to try to fit in.
Yeah.
And that's not bad. That's fine. That's cool. That's great.
It's not.
That's
It's not in front of
lovely.
me.
I think
Well,
it's funny that we're talking about it like this too, because I feel like the whole concept of authenticity has so much to do with like resonance. You know, like when people are authentic, you just
Yeah.
resonate
Yeah.
at like a very just authentic frequency.
well, and that's part of it, though.
Yeah.
I think part of that is that it's not authentic.
Exactly, because there are some people
So-
that just have that thick ass accent, but because it's who they are, it resonates. But someone else who's like laying it on, same with the blues thing. Like if someone is trying to play their musical bit because it's almost like it's their identity and they're like flexing it or something.
Yeah.
you can, you know what I
It's-
mean? It's jarring
It's a
because
put
it
off.
like
It's a put off.
Yeah,
It's like ew.
yeah, it is.
We were talking about Tesla and the understanding vibration and how it.
Oh, you're
Right?
so
Funny,
left
right?
field.
No, we were just talking
The
about
car's
vibration,
driving
though.
somewhere, guys.
I was just saying we
Someone-
were
we
just talking
found a
about this
direction.
earlier downstairs.
No, I know, but we're
But I like the analogy of like the idea of languages, like that when you are sort of like well versed also in yourself, also like as a player. I'm not an instrumentalist like you guys in that way, but I think it's the same if you meet singers that know how they sing. Even if you have a voice that's in a certain genre, but you're really authentic in your voice, you can kind of sing anything because you know how you would sing that thing, instead of feeling like you have to sing it the way like the genre would do it. You know?
Can you talk
you're never
about
gonna
your development vocally? Because I know like you weren't even really doing music until you were 18.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
somebody told you when you were young you had a nasal voice,
Yeah.
and then you just kind of clammed up.
Yeah.
But then you kind of discovered it. How did you work on it? How did you get this amazing voice you have now?
I thank you. It's so funny because I don't think in of voices in terms of good or bad anymore, just because I hated my own voice for so long. So it's almost like I had to leave the spectrum of thinking a voice is good or bad and then just start to find all sounds like interesting, if that makes sense. So I just started to listen more to textures and tones, and also because I started singing again after not singing for many years, like you said. I started singing again only because I was trying to learn the guitar, and I had to like sing to be able to get, you know, when you're trying to first learn and you have to get to the next chord and you're like, and your hands aren't doing it. So you're like, and then
To know the timing.
the
It helps
timing,
you with the
like your
timing.
voice
Yep.
helps you. So I was singing just to play the guitar. And then I started getting better at singing than playing the guitar, but not with the intention of getting better at singing. And I still could never stand to hear my own voice, because I think like our mental projections are so strong of whatever like your judgment or your opinion is. You know, like when you see like a beautiful person and they're like, oh, no, they just don't believe that they are attractive, and you can't imagine what it's like for them to look in the mirror, but whatever they're seeing,
I
like,
don't
it's
know
not
if
what
that's happened.
we're seeing. You've never met someone who like doesn't like they're
They know.
convinced that they're not.
They've been
No.
told since they were little.
No, there are a lot of people who actually, it's called dysmorphia. It's a very like real
You're right. You're right.
it's a very real condition. But I think it's the same with, like, a lot of people have it with voices, with their voice. If you hear your voice on a voicemail or whatever it is, like, some people cannot stand to hear the sound of your
A
own
lot
voice.
of people, I cannot.
Yeah, and there's like science
Is that
behind
what I
it.
sound like?
Yeah,
Ew.
yeah, because for some reason it's like the way that we hear ourselves when we're speaking is not the same as when we hear ourselves played back. So it almost jogs your identity in this weird way, like, that's not what I sound like. So that's how I felt almost all the time when I was singing, and still sometimes how I don't always like.
There's got to be a
hear my
correlation
voice.
with playing too, because the way that
I think
you
so,
think
yeah.
that you sound when you play it, and
Yeah,
then
and
when
then
you
you
hear yourself
hear-
play, you're like,
Yeah, that
I sound terrible. Oh my god.
That's just artist vibe. You're just like, you're in like the sauce of the flow, and you're like, that was so good, and then the recording is just dry and
it's
just
like the driver's seat phenomena or whatever that is, right? There has to be a term for that, like the difference between the experience of driving
Than being in the
versus
passenger
being
seat.
in the passenger
So true.
seat. Like, what is it? There's got to be a term for that, like the passenger seat experience, or like the driver's seat. Like when
Yeah.
you're the one driving, whatever, like, or your voice,
Yeah.
and you're saying it, it sounds one way, and then you hear a
it's
recording
also
back.
known as the
It's like,
driver-passenger phenomenon.
There you go.
Whatever. Sure, let's name it today. Great.
In my experience,
Because we
nothing
need to
is-
label that
It's very
so that
real.
we can start
Yeah.
There is
quantifying
something.
it for further study and use.
It's kind of like how like this podcast is going. I'm like, this is amazing. I get back to editing.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like,
Later, you're
No,
gonna,
I know,
you're
and you
gonna
know what?
have
There's
to-
going to be somebody in the comments that drops in and is like, in drama school, we talk about this.
It's just
Yeah,
called
yeah, yeah.
conceptual.
So,
The
so
phenomenon
I'll tell you a
is-
little bit of what I
called
know
personal perspective.
is I don't know the
Or
fancy
phenomenon.
label, but literally it's just called flow. So like flow is a psychology, right? There's a whole like psychology behind the state of flow. And flow, we always say like, oh, I was in the flow, but flow happens when like 6 different neurochemicals happen in our brain. And when those neurochemicals launch, we like have a completely different experience of self-awareness and time and all of these different concepts that usually make things feel much more rigid, and we have just like much more inner critic judgment going on. So that, I think, is the equivalent of like when you're in flow, you're in the driver's seat because you have that like rushing experience, the adrenaline, the excitement. Whereas someone standing outside of the car just watching you drive could be like, why is that person driving like a crazy person? Like, they are not driving like the speed racer, the like champion that they think they
They don't
are.
know you really have to pee. Or that they don't know.
Because they don't have like all the neurochemicals happening, and you can have group flow too. So that's what you mean when you think this podcast is good, and then later it's like, what is this? It's because like we have
Interesting.
group flow sitting in the room, so like our brains are lighting up and in training together with excitement. But then afterwards, sometimes you can be like, that wasn't even that good. It just felt really good
My
like a-
experience is like things are never as good or as
as
bad.
they feel.
Yeah, it's not like as great or as bad as whatever in the
That's
moment
interesting.
I'm feeling about it. It's like,
You're thinking that it's worse than it is, or it's better than it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's
or
probably
it's-
factually
it's
true.
kind of not either.
I wonder if that could be like a defense mechanism of some sorts in a way, right? It's like
To keep yourself like
yourself
neutralized
for
you mean-
reality.
You mean?
Well, negative emotions come up, like like say you're playing, and you do something that you didn't
That
exactly
sucks.
think was great, and it brings up this
Yeah.
I f***ed it up or whatever. It's like, well, it probably wasn't that bad.
I don't know. I think it's now pushing more towards mindset where you're like,
Yes.
just think everything sucks, and then when somebody tells you, "Wow, that was great," you're like, "Oh, okay, I guess it wasn't that bad."
But you finished a
and
take
they're like,
two.
"No,
where
that was good, man." I'm like, all right, all right,
like
somebody-
your
that was
feeling
cool.
after a take was like, oh, that was amazing. You go back and you listen, you're like, well, actually there was this
Yeah.
and there was that. And
Yeah.
So it's always kind of, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I think what you're talking about, a lot of, like Zen teachers would say is the way to approach life, because you're just living more from this, like, nothing is what we make of it. It just is what it is. And
There's something egoic either way.
yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
just let it
we're
go.
humans. We have to attach meaning. We attach meaning to things that then relates to like our identity and our place in the world. So like we're constantly contextualizing a thing happening and then what it means about who we are and the survival of this thing that we are. So that's why we make it be like, I'm the best or I'm the worst, because we're just always like, you know, mitigating.
How do you get beyond that mind frame?
I think that even what you said, where it's just like having this sort of, you know, state of awareness where exactly what you said, when I'm like in that more like, oh, I did that so, you know, I did so well. I kind of just have this like inner voice that's loving. It's not to dampen me, but just to be like, yeah, just, you know, what comes up must come down. So like the more that you make this about you did the best job ever, then like if something changes or the next day you had a hard day or whatever, like you might crash yourself out. So it's about like celebrating and enjoying the moment and then sort of like landing the plane like safely, you know. I think most of us don't realize that we're just this like elaborate system of nerve endings and brain synapses. And so when you think like you're the best ever, your nervous system is just getting stimulated. And when you think you're the worst ever, it's almost similar. It's just that one state feels good and one state feels painful, but it's still an overstimulated nervous system. So I'm sort of like a fan of just whenever I feel myself being overstimulated, not to say like you can't feel joy or you can't feel sad about that thing, but to just do something that like grounds my nervous system, like breathing or going for a walk or something, just to, you know, land the plane of that emotion, because otherwise what comes up always does come down. Yeah.
Are you like a life coach?
I am a little bit. I actually used to be like, oh no, I'm not. But now I'm more of a business coach, but I find that when you are a business coach, you are a life coach, because doing anything in the world where you have to like have a stake in the game also kind of becomes about mindset and like your life as a whole as an analogy for your business.
Getting back to your voice, how did you develop that though? I mean, like, or
well,
is there like training stuff that you did? Or
I did. So I did and I didn't. At first, the only reason I started using my voice again was because I was in theater school and I had to take like a vocal class for theater, for stage. And so I started using my voice again. And then I just started singing really technique-lessly for years, like just all at one volume, or, you know, like no nuance. I was just like sort of like screaming it out. And then I think eventually over a lot of time, I felt like I had the space to find nuance. But I think the most important thing I can say for anybody too who's like on a vocal journey, or if anybody listens that's an instrumentalist that sings in private or whatever it is, the biggest part of my vocal journey was more mindset and emotional stuff than like actual vocal techniques. Like you can do all the vocal exercises and, you know, learn how to technically open yourself up, but I think that being able to actually use your voice is something that pulls you to an edge of comfort. Like emotions kind of like have to rise up in you and you feel uncomfortable and vulnerable in order to have nuance and in finding your own voice. That's the thing I think that takes time. Just like being uncomfortable and being like loud and uncomfortable. Like, you know, usually when we're uncomfortable or vulnerable, we want to hide it away. But in order to explore it with your voice, you have to actually be like vulnerable out loud.
That's like, there's like a freedom to that though.
Yes,
and that's
hugely.
When people really attach to it, where you're not trying to do something, it's coming out of you.
Totally, yes. And that's now when I sing, even if like afterwards I listen to a take and I'm like, it doesn't really matter for me, because the experience of how it felt to sing that thing was so much more the purpose than me trying to like get it right.
I saw a video of Corey singing in Japan.
Oh God!
Did you? What?
Good.
Yeah.
It was good. You got it,
I heard my
man.
voice. I'm like, God.
It's the mental thing, like she's talking about, that you have to get beyond. But you sounded good. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're hard on yourself generally as a person?
I guess, yeah, maybe, probably. Yeah, probably. But I don't know. I just think I have an annoying voice. I hear myself in the podcast. I'm like, just skip through it. Like, I don't want to hear myself
Something
talking.
in your childhood that we need to explore.
Yeah, there's something there for sure.
Hey, Ian, how's the book coming? Oh, congratulations on second
Oh, yeah.
year sabbatical. That's man, they must really believe in what you're doing.
Yeah, it's
I
it's
understand.
really exciting, and I've been plugging away like crazy. Yeah, it's
Does everyone know? Because I mean, I just found out what this book is about, but will you restate it for anyone who maybe stumbles upon this who doesn't know what book you're talking about? Because it's the coolest concept.
well, I'm writing a ukulele and a guitar book, 2 books right now, and I'm using Queen Liuokalani's handwritten manuscripts as the DNA of the curriculum. So, starting from her simplest song, I spent all of last year basically arranging all of her songs, and then I put them into Sibelius, the notation program. I organized them by key and then by difficulty, and then put them into 3 sets of about 40 songs each. So they'll be in 3 volumes, beginning, intermediate, advanced. And the idea is to teach music note reading via the Queen's music.
So cool.
So, yeah. But I'm a high school ukulele and guitar teacher, and so it's designed to be a textbook for the classroom. But it's a way for students to say, hey, you know what? Whole note, half note, quarter note. Like, I know that I've heard that before, and maybe that's been a little bit of a turnoff or boring or whatever. But you know what? If I want to understand Aloha Oi or any one of the other 100 plus of the Queen songs in a way that she understood it, maybe I should understand the way that she wrote it and be able to read it, and that will help me give me a deeper understanding to her music. Each of the songs has a little bit of a backstory on it. You learn where the notes are on your ukulele. You learn how the rhythm goes. And it's just a really, it's pretty comprehensive, but it's designed for Kamehameha High School, which is a private high school education. And so if you're thinking, okay, I'm at a private high school guitar course for the semester, what kind of stuff am I going to learn? And it's not just, okay, put your fingers here, and which is cool and gets you so far, but that's much more maybe elementary, intermediate. Down, down, up, down, play this shape, and then this shape, and then this shape. Right, mimicry, which is great and cool and all, and wonderful, and a very valid way of learning up through however age, right? But it's a semester course at a private school anyway. So I'm teaching note reading.
Tabs.
Yeah, there may be a tab version eventually, but it's going to be a
But don't count on it.
it's going to be an unrelated resource.
It's going to hurt him,
right? It'll be a different it would be a different resource. So the idea being like, do you want to play all of the Queen's music and learn how to read music and understand how to read the notation that she wrote? Okay, cool. Then here's the book for you. I could also, later on, I'll be, probably it seems like it's needed, a book that also just, has the notes, her manuscript, and then what it would be in tab.
I feel like there's going to be an AI app that just tabs things coming up soon.
There it is. Something that does.
Yeah, and that's part of it. Is like it's so direct, it's so straightforward already at that point. Like, I mean, I can
plus
do
you're
that
gonna have
too.
video. It's like just watch.
On the tab version, the chord charts are just going to be hands, like pictures of hands. It's not going to be like.
Let's stop talking about AI. It's making me nervous here. I gotta hurry up, finish my book before AI writes it for me.
Oh no, I can't write it for you. There's
No, it can't. Okay.
It already picked up Queen Liuokalani music.
I mean, there's a lot of other elements
right?
in the book that I haven't talked about, but whatever. Yeah.
Is it tempting to use elements of AIs for your wording? No.
Oh, I've totally used it. I mean, and here's the thing: it's still in a draft form, right? But like I've definitely used it like before I send it to the publisher and things like
As an editor of sorts?
yeah, just like can you
Yeah.
check this for punctuation?
Yeah.
If as
I
long as
totally
it's
use
not
it.
coming up with the DNA
Yeah,
of
exactly.
the material.
Right.
I'll do
If
the
it's
same
telling
thing,
me where
yeah.
to put a paragraph,
Well, that's just
Yeah.
like
if it's telling me where to
Grammarly or
put an
something, right?
apostrophe
Yeah.
or a
Oh, I'll
or a
even like
period.
I'll put a huge
Yeah,
if I have like a
100%.
bio that's a whole page and someone asks me for like this many words, I'll be like, "Can you put this bio into this many words?" And then obviously like read it again and whatever. But yeah,
I think that's what
I
they
will
call, like,
shamelessly use it
ethical
as an
use,
edit. Yeah,
right?
100%.
ethical use of AI,
Yeah.
right? And like
Yeah.
as a teacher, I'm looking at my students like they're gonna be using AI.
Isn't there?
100%.
Do you guys have like Chat GPT
Well,
something? Because my
the way I
one of
design
my
my
friends-
classes is a bit beyond that
Okay.
because I'm like, okay, well, are you gonna AI your fingers?
right,
like,
that's true.
Okay, play
you,
it
you
for me.
can't. Yeah.
Play me the melody.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
did you
true.
tell AI to teach you? Because it's not
Yeah,
working.
Not yet.
That's the reality.
You know, I don't know. Like,
Well, that's the thing, and live performance is always gonna,
Yeah.
you know, but it's just gonna generate. Like I've heard some things recently
Well, it's getting weirder
that
recently. with AI.
really
Yeah.
blew my mind. Yeah, Corey will show you some stuff after we're
It's
done.
scary.
That's like
it's at a point where it's like this was.
Oh, it's yeah.
This
well,
was
like
not
they're getting
made
where
by-
video can be faked, right? Okay.
Everything.
Okay, no, but that's why, as far as a high school music teacher goes, straight up, play it for me now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care what your phone says.
In
I don't.
real
I
life,
know
yeah.
you sent me a video. Bravo! Thank you for sending me the video
Yeah.
of you playing the song. I don't care. Play me the song.
excuse
right
me,
now.
you got into Yale based on a video. Sorry.
Before all of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
technology
It's like
existed.
reverse captcha. You know, prove that you're human.
Yeah.
It's the machine.
It
But I
is
think-
really.
that you're human.
It's trippy. It's trippy times.
I have the one subject, thankfully, that I have some of the least worry of AI in a way. Because
Yeah, that's true.
when it comes down to it, I'm going to be telling my students, play it for
Yeah,
me.
that's true.
Yeah.
And whether or not they learned it from reading it or listening to it, you know,
But then they've created.
It
If they
doesn't
can
matter.
do it-
Yeah, if they can do it, it doesn't matter how they learned it.
if
Yeah.
they can do it, that's it.
But
right?
what I'm talking about is audio recordings that sound
Yes,
so
exactly.
Oh, they have
like-
pieces
So
I
they're
know.
written now.
legit, based
you can have
on
full-on-
a number of
You can
prompts
write a
that
song.
took no
yeah,
talent.
You can
literally
say,
from. I
you
know.
can say
it's-
write a Hawaiian slack key guitar
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude,
that sounds
it's
like it was
Yeah,
written
it's
by
crazy.
Led
It's
Kaapana.
scary.
You
Yeah.
know what's so hilarious too? I was just talking about this the other day with a bunch of artists and filmmakers and musicians, and I was saying like, isn't it so funny that we ended up making AI so advanced in art, like Midjourney, ChatGPT, like all these sort of crafts that are much more about like creation, whereas what we really needed was people to like, you know, handle all the administrative stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, can you like be my road manager?
Not the creative stuff.
Not the creative stuff, but now we're basically gonna be like doing that stuff,
Yeah.
and then the AI is doing
Yeah.
all of the art incredibly, which is just it's just so.
There is a place like
Wild.
the other day or you know some weeks back I put in to ChatGPT write me a 5-year warranty for an ukulele brand
Yeah.
called Oli. And it was like surprising. I only had to change a few things here
Yeah.
and there, and I'm like, "Damn, this is like
Yeah. For
so
that
convenient."
purpose,
Right? There's
sure.
a place.
Yes.
Then when it comes to like music,
Yeah,
and
I know.
art, it's
I know.
like,
It's
just
crazy.
stay away.
I just stay away. I know. It
Anyways.
is crazy. It's so fascinating. Like
Plus,
the
with
time that we're
auto tune
at.
and stuff, we've just started to like make it more and more to where like you won't be able to tell because like
But
we've
you
already
know what?
infused
Going back
like,
to that
element.
resonance, I think like the resonance thing though is like you will be able to tell.
Yeah,
Because you can feel it. Like when you hear the songs
Yeah.
that are generated, even
Yeah.
though they might even be modeled after human voices that have like flaws and imperfections, you can just like this whole song will pass and nothing happened. Do you know what I mean? It's like nothing happened. And it's a similar thing, I
you
think,
think
when you,
so?
yes, if you look at a lot of like AI generated art as well, it can be similar. Can look amazing, but can also just feel like, I don't feel.
There's no energy in it.
Because there's
It's
no
like natural,
energy, there's no
yeah.
mana that was put inside the thing, so you don't get any mana back. You know?
And then you're gonna put that in the prompt.
Yeah, I
Make
would-
a song that's full of.
I was listening to
Mana.
Rick Beato's channel the other day, and he has a son who has like perfect pitch, and he's amazing. And Rick was like saying how like he didn't even recognize it
Yeah.
but his son can like recognize it right off the
Yeah.
bat. Like, nope, that's AI. Like, it's
That's
just
so
something
interesting.
tapping into. So, but yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
You can probably
It
feel the
is.
energy that it's like, oh, this is
Yeah.
actually not. It's a synthetic
right.
sound.
Because I think the youngest ones spend a lot more time around it too, so they're like more familiar with what.
Keen to it.
Yeah,
recognize
like
it.
keen to like what is real and what is not. It's crazy. We're like living in future sci-fi.
What are you saying?
I'm gonna take a break real quick.
Yeah. Okay,
Go ahead.
we'll be right back.
We can choose our next song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've consumed a crazy amount of liquid. the past,
Go ahead.
Just need to take a quick.
You see how Ian did that, Corey? Corey usually goes, "Can I pee?"
Oh, excuse me, in the middle of your story.
Ian was looking at me.
Pee, cuckoo, caca. No.
It's like go fish. Nice.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum-dum. My heart's like a highway of memories. Picking up speed, watch out for your crash fight enemy. Can we please slow down so loud? We gotta slow it down. What you talking about? We gotta slow it down. Oh, can we please slow down so loud? We gotta slow it down. What you on about? We gotta slow it down. Guess I didn't fall far from the tree. I hate to believe, but I see your shadows inside me. I feel you in all the air I breathe. Getting free, windows up when I'm out on the road. I scream. Can we please slow down so loud? We gotta slow it down. What you talking about? We gotta slow it down. Oh, can we please slow down so loud? We gotta slow it down. What you on about? We gotta slow it down. When you're deep in the bottom of a hole scrolling and you're worried about the next payroll and what you owe. Don't know how to say you don't know, just on what you're on. It take a minute, slow down, slow down. We gotta slow it down. Slow it down, oh, can we please slow down so loud? We gotta slow it down. What you on about? We gotta slow it down.
What's the
Nice.
what's the setting of writing that song?
I wrote that song on. It's funny. It kind of goes back to the conversation that we were having about nervous system stuff. You know those days when you just feel like no matter what you do, you're just like bumping into yourself and you keep trying to reset yourself. And you're like, no, I'm going to relax. I'm going to reset the tone. And then something else happens and you just can feel that, like, you know, the tension building throughout the day. And then you ultimately get to like this point of either the rest of your day, because you've like been like that since the morning, and then now it's the afternoon, and either the rest of your day remaining is just like gonna go into all the way down to the bottom of just frustration and anger until you go to sleep, or you just get this like release because you just let it. You're just like, I surrender everything. I surrender everything. And so it was one of those days And I'd heard the music before because a producer that I work with, Segnon, had put this beautiful instrumental and arrangement together, and I loved the instrumental, but I had no idea what to really write, and I just hit that sort of like boiling point and just put the beat in my headphones and just went for a walk. And I was just like walking, and it was like as the sun was setting, and I was just finally letting go of all the tension that I'd been carrying from the day, from the time I left the house to the time that I walked home. I had written the whole song. It was one of those where it's just like it just comes out. And then as I was relaxed walking home, I walked home and there was just this huge construction sign on a yard that is never usually there that was like, slow down.
Yeah, perfect.
I was like,
Yeah.
the universe strikes again with its ironic humor of life lessons.
There's your hook.
Ooh, I feel like that would be the music video for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. It's a good call.
Love it.
Yeah, I'll give you credit if it gets there.
Oh, you don't.
Concepted in the room of.
I don't think so. Like you just said it. I mean, that was your reality.
That's true.
So you were telling me you have to get up at 5 a.m.
I
for
do
some
have
meetings.
to get up for a call at 5 a.m. Yeah, it's really funny. I'm in this, those times in life where like everything just happens at once, even though you planned things in like a staggered way and things beyond your control just sort of pull like, oh, this has to happen this week. And then this person had this thing. So this is and then life just makes it so that everything happens in 1 week of your life. This week is kind of like that week.
Yeah, I remember originally you were like, yeah, we could do maybe these days
or this day. And
then
then I
you're
was like, it's really
no,
only
actually,
this is the one time
Yeah.
that we are going to do it. But I'm so glad that we did.
Yeah.
I feel like on your busiest, the busiest times of your life, if you can find a moment to just sit in a room and like make music with other people, that's a really good moment of your life, That's a lot of people don't get that. A lot of other people's busiest weeks of their life do not include this.
True.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I'll stay grateful. For that. Yeah.
Got one more in you?
I do. Yeah. How about you guys?
Of course.
I feel like the car, like, it didn't really drift. Like, we kind of like...
It was going somewhere.
It was right. We kind of... I feel like maybe we were on a boat. We were never in a car to begin with. It was kind of like weird, like,
Yeah.
It was
We
just
were
gliding on
fishing
the
with
sea.
retired Ian.
We were
Just-
on a boat in Palau.
That's how it is, I feel. Well, how my life is, I'm not in control. It's like whatever comes.
You
I just
flow
go with the
along with
flow. Yeah. I'm here for a reason.
Yeah.
Probably to play music or something. I don't know.
Were
Yeah.
you always like that, or did it happen more gradually as you like?
Yeah, gradually as I grew up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not wanting to trying to like control things or
Yeah, it's
have
like
me-
you figure out that you're never really in control.
Yes.
It's like, oh, this stuff is, what you have today is, there was a reason for that.
Yeah. It's crazy how that's like, it's such a gift because a lot of people don't actually have that as their reality. They don't actually get to feel that sweet spot of like leaning into something that excites you and also providing value and also being able to sustain your life from it. But I think it does take a certain amount of what you're talking about. It takes a certain amount of caring enough to try to make things happen and then letting them go because they're not going to happen the way that you want them to happen. But it's hitting that sweet spot of like not too much, not too little. Like if you back off all the way, then nothing will happen. But if you're
Still
holding
gotta
on
try.
to, you still got to try.
You have to put in the.
You got to try,
press
but
the
you can't
gas
hold
pedal a
on
little
to
But you
bit.
can't have any expectations.
That is that part.
Get high hopes.
Exactly. High hopes,
Little expectation.
but
No
small
expectations.
zero expectations. High hopes and zero expectations. I know it's a dance. Yeah.
Parenting
like driving in
that's
traffic.
Parenting with a toddler.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Every time I think about that whenever that's gonna happen
High
to
hopes. Very little expectation.
Ooh.
That's the Asian side of your.
It's keeping me sane right now. Okay, let's pick up your toys. Oh, we're taking out more toys. Okay.
Like
how this is gonna go.
having a special needs son for the last 21 years. It's like, yeah, settle down with, whatever I think should
Yeah.
happen and let it go.
100%. Yeah. I feel like if everybody looks, there's like something in your life that life has gifted you to give you that lesson. You might not be like learning it, or, you know, you might be fighting against it or like ignoring it. But I feel like in every person's life, like if it's a child or like, you know, a calling or a something, there's like usually one big lesson that we all have. That's the like, I will teach you.
Yeah. You're
to
like,
care and also let go.
God, it's like to teach you patience.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And trust, you know, like in the things that we don't fully understand, but like kind of have to believe that we know, even if we can't prove it, but we know it. You know, like I know that this is worthwhile to do, even though I can't prove that it's like gonna work out. That's what any artistic endeavor too is like that. If you're writing a book or whatever, it's like you just have this knowing, you know, that like I'm supposed to do this is worthwhile. And then you have those dark night of the soul or like shaky moments where you're like, was I crazy when I thought that? But no. And then you have to hop back. Yeah. And then you have to like hop back, you know, into your certainty as soon as you can. Because ultimately it's that certainty that is the thing that creates it. Because then other people believe in your certainty. They get certain about you because you're certain. So I feel like when you're trying to hold on too tight, it's actually part of that like lack of authenticity thing too. I think if you're holding on too tight, it's because there's some part of you that doesn't just like authentically believe that it's gonna work out. You feel like you have to make it work out. But once you let go, then also other people are magnetized to it because they're like, oh, I don't know, like you just seem like you just know. So I'm gonna also put my trust in your knowing.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
If you guys want more regular doses of Tihane's wisdom, I'll put a link to her Instagram below.
I should call it like, I should have something called like doses of wisdom. It's funny. I like it. You're just generating all the ideas tonight. I love it.
Stop.
I love it.
I'm going to see a commercial. Doses of wisdom.
Doses of
on
wisdom.
my
In like
IG.
5 minutes, AI will have generated
real
doses
segment.
of wisdom. Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea.
I know, it is.
I come up with the name doses of wisdom. I don't come up with the wisdom, but
But you need both in this world.
Oh,
you
sure.
know? you need all roles.
all right.
All right.
Let's
Sing our way home. Let's sing our way to sleep.
Is it C minor?
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. there without care. Yeah, I was out of touch, but it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And I heard that you were having the time of your life. Think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose their life out on a limb. And all I remember was thinking, I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. So it's no coincidence I've come. And I can die when I'm done. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Love it.
Good night, folks.
That's nice. You end on the what was
Yeah.
it? C,
C 6-9. It's a
C
major.
6-9,
The
yeah.
C major.
Ian on the Anui Nui MN214 small body nylon string
yeah.
guitar. Corey on the Oli L2 TCR. Tihane on that God-given instrument. We love
on Tihane.
we love you guys, and
So
we'll be
much.
back soon. Thank you guys for blessing us with this beautiful session.
Yeah. Thank y'all for a
See
great
you
night.
soon.
Mahalo.
Aloha.